Welcome back, my luxurious fleet, and today we are going to do my very first luxurious news update. Now, back in the day, I did some luxurious news updates only on Lexus, and I still will do that if the articles are really important to me. A lot of you know that I will be diversifying a little bit. That's my goals, to kind of branch out to the remainder of the luxury brands and give you my impressions on them. I'll be doing a full industry luxury wide news show every week on the top articles for each luxury brand. Before we do that, I wanted to show you guys something. It's my day off today, and guess what? It snowed like 1,000,000 inches last night, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like outside. Oh yeah, I get to stay in all day today. Day off. You can't even see the sidewalks. They snowblowed those the other day. You can kind of see them right there. But instead, oh, is my finger in the way as well? Yes, it was. Instead of me going to work today, I'm going to give you the very first luxurious news update across the industry. Let's get into it. Okay, since there are so many different luxury car brands, I can't make like a short video on this. It's probably going to be around 10 to 15 minutes every week, but my goal is to pick out the biggest news article from every luxury car brand, or at least the majority of them. I won't be including like Ferrari or Koenigsegg or anything like that, but the majority of luxury brands that have multiple models that range from, you know, sedans, SUVs, coupes, etc. So I'll be covering the vast majority. If you guys want to see extra brands, I can definitely cover that, but it's going to be a longer video. And every single time we're going to start with Lexus because that is what my channel started with. So let's get into it. Our first article comes from Lexus Enthusiast. Next generation Lexus IS sedan to be offered with a BMW inline-6 turbo motor. Yeah, it's going to be the Supra motor if they decide to put it in there. I already did a whole video on this subject alone. Make sure to check this link somewhere around here if you want to jump more into it. The comment section in that video is absolute fire. But yes, the new IS could have the Supra motor in it. Next article. The Acura NSX sales are tanking. Acura NSX sales fell to 70% in 2018. So we scroll down. It's just a beautiful looking car. Holy cow. I saw one in person last summer. It was in that bright red and it looked great. But anyways, sales are down on the NSXs. 170 were sold in 2018. A significant decrease from the 581 sold in 2017. That's not good for the supercar. I don't know what they need to do to make it, I guess, sell better, reduce the price, or market it better. I don't know. The economy, and there are just a lot of competitors to the NSX. Next article. So I couldn't really find anything worthwhile on Infiniti itself, but I found a video of Tesla, a Tesla Model S, I believe, destroying in an Infiniti crossover. So let's go ahead and look at it. We're going to maximize this, and we're just going to watch together. That car does a U-turn. That Tesla, upon impact, was doing at 90 miles per hour. And let's just back up. This is ridiculous. It gets plowed. Absolutely. It gets flipped over, and the Tesla just keeps going. Center of gravity is so low on a Tesla. I just wanted to show you guys that. We need to move on to the next article. Let's go into Germany now. Howdy Cars tell you how fast to go to catch all the green lights. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this because it can't really account for traffic, and also it's not going to be in every city. There's only certain cities that it's going to cover. Let's pull that up. It's only going to cover Dallas, Denver, Houston, LA, Orlando, Phoenix, San Fran, and Washington, D.C. Most people don't live in the cities. Yeah, in those cities, I should say, but it's pretty much a worthless feature in my opinion, because if you try to do that, people are going to be riding your ass like you've never seen before, because you're going 25 miles an hour, a mile before you get the stoplight, so you get it green, but even then it can't account for the cars at the stoplight, so it's completely worthless. Let's get on the next article. BMW's new 500 horsepower S58 inline-6 should be very interesting to Supra fans. Well, that is very enticing. Now that we know that the next IS could have this motor, well, they could get this fully blown out motor of it too. So yes, it's capable of, the S58 version of it is capable of delivering 500 horsepower pretty cool. This is a super versatile engine, and I know collaborating with Lexus and Toyota on it is only going to make it better. Next article, Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes SLC Final Edition debuts as Roadster's colorful finale. So pretty cool looking BMW. Pretty cool looking Mercedes here. I've always liked this mini coupe convertible. It looks really good. It wears a special coat of sun yellow paint that harkens back to the shades available on the SLK launch. Quick recovery. One of my daughters woke up from their nap. Tried to cram this in while they're sleeping. It's definitely a Herculean task, and hopefully I can conquer it. Next article is from Porsche. For Porsche. Porsche Taycan. Taycan? Is it going to be a Taycan? Production forecast may be conservative. Porsche has targeted 20,000 Taycan electric vehicles for the first year of production, but interest in the vehicle could push those estimates higher. So they could be producing even more. And in this article, they talk about how they have the capacity to do so. They can take over other assembly lines and then one of their plants to assemble this all-electric, super amazing Porsche that's coming up. But let's just roll into the next article. Jaguar, holy cow. Jaguar Land Rover posts record loss. This is probably the biggest article in all of my news update this time around. What's next for Jaguar Land Rover after $4 billion for fourth quarter loss? That is crazy. That is crazy. Long-term viability of Jaguar has come into question after the Indian-owned premier car maker posted a $4 billion loss. I'm not going to get into this too much. What do you guys think? Like, it says like they're going to run out of money by the end of like next year at this pace. So that is absolutely bonkers, and it doesn't really surprise me, but yeah, let's just get on the next article. First SC South Carolina made Volvo sedans exported from Port of Charleston. That's exciting. I didn't even know they had an assembly plant here in America. Volvo Cars started sending its South Carolina made S60 sedans to foreign countries. That's pretty wild, with the first cargo ship containing the vehicle's fleet leaving Port of Charleston over the weekend. The cars built at Volvo's $1.1 billion manufacturing campus near Ridgeville were shipped out Saturday from Columbus Street Terminal. They are scheduled to arrive at the port of Zeebrugge in Belgium on February 26th. And I hear my daughter crying, well, one of them crying, so we'll resume this in a hot second. Here she is, just woke up from her nap, so we will conclude here in just a snap. Going to Bentley now, the 2020 Bentley Bentayga, right? Let me know how you guys say it. The Bentayga Speed becomes the world's fastest SUV for now. It can be clocked at 190.1, and it edges out the Lamborghini Urus by 0.6 miles an hour. There's really nothing much else to read about this article. Feel free to see it down in the description and read about it. But yes, we have a new fastest SUV. What an accomplishment, Bentley. Going over to Rolls-Royce now. We're getting to, like, we're in the real big luxury companies now. Now we're talking. Rolls-Royce is churning out Cullinans as fast as it can. British Marquis running at 100% capacity to fill orders for the $325,000 SUV. So that's kind of exciting. You know, I guess it's exciting if you're a Rolls-Royce fan. They're doing really well with this SUV of theirs. And that's just kind of the industry right now. People seem to be going away from the sedans. I have a feeling people will start going back eventually, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan is doing really well. Check out that article over at Auto Week. Next article. So let's go over some Tesla stuff. Now, we went over the Tesla article earlier, but that was really an Infiniti article, and then the Infiniti got plowed by a Tesla. But this is actually about Tesla here. Over at Electric.co, they have learned that Tesla is preparing to launch its leasing products for Model 3 as outlined in an email sent to employees. Sources familiar to the matter told Electric that Tesla sent an email to employees this week to let them know that they will be able to lease Model 3 within the next 2 weeks. We contacted Tesla about the email sent to employees about the new Model 3 leasing program. The company confirmed that they are preparing it, but they said the dates on the email are not final. So I guess they're still working on the leasing program for the Model 3. So let's just go into the next article. This is a cool one. All the 110,000 plus Lincoln Continental cars with the suicide doors sold out in less than 2 days. They made 80 of them. They have suicide doors. You can see a picture of it right here. And Lincoln plans another run of vehicles next year with some slight changes. So it's good to see Lincoln back in the large luxury sedan segment. You know, we haven't seen the Lincoln Town Car for a long time, but it's good to see them back. And I guess, you know, this is publicity for them, if anything. What's cool about this is it has a 6-inch longer wheelbase with these reverse doors or suicide doors. There's also another name for them that they call them the coach doors, like a coach purse. So same tier of luxury. Yeah, anyways, let's get in the next article. Quick timeout. What I'm going to try to do with this in the future, this is my first go. It's kind of all over the place, but I will be kind of condensing it a little bit better into segments. I'll have like an Asia, luxury cars, and then I'll have America, and then I'll have Germany, and then maybe Italy, and then UK, and then like a Volvo at the end or something. But let's just get back into this one. Over at Inside EVs, Cadillac, let's just zoom in a sec. There we go. Cadillac's first electric car is still 3 years away. There you have it. Not a whole lot other than that. I mean, they're working on a few things. Various body sizes and body types, duh. All-wheel drive, that's kind of a duh. Front-wheel drive, duh. Rear-wheel drive, that's not a duh. That means they're going to have some sort of performance electric car rear-wheel drive. It's kind of exciting. Both left-hand and right-hand drive, so it's going to be international, absolutely. Let's get into the next article. Give me some help, guys. Is the Alfa Romeo a luxury brand? I think they are. I mean, they're kind of new to America, so I don't know what they really are. To me, they're almost like Volvo in a sense, or Acura in a sense, in terms of the same level. I would even put Volvo above those, but let me know, is Alfa Romeo a luxury brand? This article, Alfa Romeo, there will be a new one to slot below the Stelvio. So we'll have a small compact crossover. You know, it's probably going to combat like the Lexus UX or, you know, the Infiniti QX30, and you have the Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. And there's just a lot in this segment right now. So they want to jump in on what's going on and what's popular in the auto industry. So they're going to have a small crossover, and it looks like they will also be having whoa. Well, there's actually a lot of good information in here. So they'll have one small SUV slotted below the Stelvio, and then another will be a larger model positioned above it. The Stelvio itself will also get a mid-cycle refresh in 2022. That's a ways off, along with a long wheelbase version offering extra legroom. Interesting. That's kind of exciting. I didn't catch that the first time around when I read this one. Lamborghini. Should I be covering Lamborghini, right? I'm not going to be covering, like I said, Koenigsegg. Or, I mean, I feel like I'm going to cover the really high-performance ones that offer sedans and or SUVs. So Lamborghini doesn't have a sedan, but they have an SUV, so I feel like I need to include them in the luxury segment instead of like, you know, just not like a supercar builder. But we will be talking about a supercar here. Lamborghini will bring super limited edition hybrid V12 supercar to Frankfurt. Holy cow, they're not ditching a V12. What the heck is this thing? It looks like, I don't know. Is it straight from Tron mixed with the Batmobile? I don't know. It looks really cool. You can see the little, you know, Italian flag heritage there. But what in the world is this vehicle? The car will be made in the same vein as Lambo's previous special V12, such as the Reventon and the Centenario words, and will serve as a preview to the company's Aventador successor. Styling-wise, expected to resemble the 2017's MIT co-developed Terzo Millennio electric concept car, which is this thing. It's pretty crazy. Its front wheels will be hooked up to electric motor, while the rear axle will be powered by Lamborghini's traditional 6.5-liter V12. Pretty cool stuff. Maserati. I don't see a lot of Maseratis, but I do every once in a while. When I live in Florida, I saw them all the time. But I definitely should be covering them because they have SUVs and they have sedans. Maserati commits to building electrified sports car at Modena in 2020. So pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I probably know less about Maserati than all these other brands, which is kind of crazy, but you just don't see a lot of them in America. Well, you don't see a lot of Bentleys or Rolls Royces either, but I don't know a lot about Maserati. And so covering them in my news updates is going to help me and obviously give you guys information on upcoming Maseratis. The hope is to have it ready to start cranking out pre-production prototypes of the Alfieri in the first half of 2020. Production models will likely follow in 2021. So that's kind of cool. I always love seeing diversity in the car world. That means vehicles with all sorts of different power plants. I am a big supporter in some ways to the electrical car movement. I think it's a large part of the future, but yeah, I will be covering electric cars quite a bit. And last but certainly not least, Aston Martin Project 003. I can't wait till we get to the 007 one, right? Like in the movies. Just kidding, by the way. Hypercar teased again, debuts in 2021. It's mid-engine, looks wide low. So this picture is just ridiculous. You can see how small the cabin is and how wide the rear end is. Now, I also know that it's skewed because the rear end is closer to the camera, so that is obviously going to look bigger, but that is an extremely aggressively wide rear end. The Project 003 is set to use turbocharged gasoline engine and a hybrid powertrain, right? We just saw that from the Lamborghini news update. And it'll have active aerodynamics and active suspension to further improve its handling performance. Cool. But don't think that means this is a track-only special. Aston promises the car will be homologated. Am I the only one that's maybe I've never seen this word before? I'm not the smartest guy, but I don't think I've ever seen homologated before. With both left and right hand drive variants. Why can't it just say like ambidextrous or something? I don't know. Also in the cards, space for luggage. Ooh, what kind of luggage? Probably not a whole lot. And other practical concessions to road use. Does this look like a practical car? No supercar is very practical, but they got to make it sound very sophisticated and luxurious. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for you guys today. I know this is the first ever Luxurious News update where I'm including all the luxury brands. There's a lot of them. I think there's over 20. And there could be more because I'm not covering a lot of like the hypercar like Pagani or Koenigsegg or Ferrari or Bugatti. I'm not covering any of those guys. If you want me to include them, the videos are going to get pretty lengthy, but I think I'm just going to stick with what I have here. And let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the comments down below, and I'll try to be doing these every week. I plan on doing them probably every Sunday, so expect maybe to see them every Sunday night. That'd be kind of a cool thing to kind of look back in the week and see all the news that we got for these luxurious vehicles. But until next time, guys, peace.